Is this a black person, brown person? How'd I know? Hey, you look familiar. What?
Hi there,
What you got?
Miss Smith?
Yeah, who's that?
Me or Mr. Sierra?
This dude, he looks
Have a
familiar.
seat.
He looks familiar.
Have a seat.
I'm looking at who they are, and that's
The
a right
public
of mine.
defender you were on the phone with.
Yep, you spoke with Mr. Sierra
that-
on the phone prior to the hearing today.
Daniel L. Norbeck? Who's that?
Nope. As I stated at the beginning, my name is Magistrate
Dario
Consemius.
Sierra?
I am,
I know him, Dario Sierra. Who's
ma'am,
that?
have a seat. Have a
I
seat.
don't have to. She's not even a judge, lady. She knows it. It's Jeremy
Ma'am,
Nash.
I am Magistrate Winsemius, Daniel Norbeck's name. He is the other magistrate. I am here for Magistrate Norbeck today. Mr. Sierra is here from the Public Defender's Office. You are here for a criminal arraignment on file number 244331FY, and I will read it to you.
Is that for this time or the time before?
All right, I am going to have to thank or blame Brecken from Michigan who put this one on me, and then the next one is from Andrea from Iowa.
I don't know what this time is. I will read you these charges. It looks like
Yeah.
it was alleged that on or about November 3rd, 2024, in Wayland City here in the county of Allegan, state of Michigan, you are charged in count 1 with resisting and obstructing a police officer, and that you did assault, batter, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Tanner Nickel, a police officer with the Michigan State Police, that you knew or had reason to know was performing his or her duties contrary to Michigan law. That is a felony punishable by up to 2 years and or $2,000.
That's a
That
lie,
is what
but
you're
okay.
being arraigned on today from November
For
3rd.
yesterday or for before? Oh, for before?
November 3rd.
Tanner, November 3rd. I don't even know what the date is today.
All right, so this is
What's the
Mr.
date?
Sierra, were you able to speak to her? I see that counsel was appointed.
I did
Who is
not
he?
make
That's not
charges, and I
counsel.
appointed an
Oh.
attorney.
Okay. All right, so at this time, ma'am, it looks like you have been granted the assistance of a public defender at this point. Because this is a felony, we will get you set for a probable cause and preliminary hearing on this. It looks like you actually have a personal recognizance bond in this matter, ma'am, so I don't know what else is holding you today.
What do you mean? I don't either. Honestly, I just don't even, I didn't do anything. I'm pregnant. I said, hey, I got told to come here and I had.
Yeah, don't
listen.
talk about, I'm gonna warn you, if you're not sure if you have other charges pending, I would encourage you not to make any statements on the record. I can continue this as a personal recognizance
Right.
bond if you would.
I wouldn't
Is that
want
what
to
you-
either.
Is
It
that
don't
what
matter.
you would
Just-
like?
just do it. Just say whatever you want.
Keep it as a PR bond, please.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. Keep throwing me in here. I don't mind playing games, but when I'm pregnant and I say that, I don't like to be beat on and shit.
So,
And I don't
ma'am,
like
at
my
this
food
time,
to be-
this case isn't holding you in jail. You've got a $1,000 personal recognizance bond in this matter. As I said, we will set this for probable cause conference. That is on December 5th in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotulus. And we will also set this for preliminary examination, which is set for December 10th in front of Judge Belargin in courtroom B. You will get copies of those dates and times, and the jail will make you available to those if you are still incarcerated. So at this point, we are all set over at the jail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, another delicate flower.
Mr. Ashby? Sir, the judge would like to speak with you, okay?
Mr. Ashby,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear me, sir?
And here's Dad right now. Okay, not really. It's just the next clip. But I bet it's a guy just like this.
Okay, Mr. Ashby, it's my understanding that you choose to represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have that right, sir, but you also have the right to have an attorney. Again, I says you have the right to represent yourself, but you also have the right to have an attorney. The court would urge you to consider having an attorney represent you for the arraignment.
Yeah, I would like that.
Pardon me? Mr. Ashby, do you want a lawyer to talk to you or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't need
So,
to talk to me.
pardon me, sir?
I know the law, ma'am. I am a
Want a
sovereign.
lawyer? Sir,
See,
can you stand up so I can
political
see you? Okay, sir, do you want a lawyer to represent you or not? Mr. Ashby, do you want a lawyer?
Not through the Wayne County Court, no.
Let me ask you this again, because there's a little bit interference. Do you want a lawyer to represent you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room so you can talk to the attorney.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
They say an attorney has his man for a client, has a fool for a client.
Okay, sir, you don't need to say anything.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead. All right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy, ma'am. Happy Thanksgiving to you also. Mr. Ashby, say your full name, sir.
Gregory Mark Ashby II.
Thank you, Mr. Ashby. I'm Magistrate at Charge Theft. You're here on a criminal matter. Case number is 822472529701, sir. You have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel.
Ryan Marad, PA 3665. On behalf of Mr. Gregory Ashby, we waive the reading. Mr. Ashby stands mute. He's been advised of his rights.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court dates are December 9, 2024. Probable cause conference followed by preliminary examination, December 16, 2024. Both matters at the Taylor District Courthouse. Do you understand those court dates, Mr. Ashby?
Can I have them read aloud so I can understand them, please?
December 9th and December 16th.
2024. 9th and the 16th.
Both of them,
This year.
the 9th and the 16th. Yes, sir. All right. Mr. Ashby, you have some bond conditions. You're not to have contact with a Jarrell Farley. Jarrell Farley, that means no person-to-person contact, no contact to third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. You're not to possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons, and there is no assaultive or combative behavior while this case is pending. Do you understand those bond conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Detective Oliver,
Yes, Your Honor.
give me any assaultive history or convictions pending cases.
He has prior convictions for domestic violence. I believe either one or two of them have been pled down to misdemeanors. Mr. Ashby, prior to this incident, was in our custody and was released from custody from a personal bond from our district court judge, and then exited our police station and committed this second offense. Mr. Ashby, history of not.
Detective,
Yes.
that detective, what was he released on, the personal bond? What was the underlying charge?
He was creating a disturbance in a gas station wearing body armor and having a knife on his person. He was subsequently arrested for outstanding warrants.
Okay. And these domestic violence, are they convictions?
Yes.
How old?
I do not know the exact year, Your Honor.
Are they out of Taylor?
No. lot of some South.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Ashby, please don't say anything. Don't say anything. That's why you have an attorney to represent you.
Okay, this is my favorite part because the judge is trying to help him as usual and tells him not to say anything. And now we all of a sudden we're in the middle of like a Mel Brooks bit. For you youngsters, Google that.
Do you understand that?
Well, I'd like to,
Do you understand what I've told you? A yes or a no? Mr. Ashby, it's not that hard. I told you not to say anything. Do you
I think his approach here is he told me not to say anything. It's that simple.
understand that? You can shake your head, Mr. Ashby. Okay, and I say that because anything you say, it can be used against you. That's why you have a lawyer to represent you. Do you understand that? Okay, Detective Oliver,
yes, Your Honor.
when he was released and given personal bond, the underlying charges, misdemeanor or felony?
Misdemeanor.
Okay. Council Marad, go ahead, Esteban, please.
Judge, I'm asking you to consider releasing Mr. Ashby today, maybe on a personal bond or GPS tether. I would advise that Mr. Ashby is 37 years old. I didn't hear any felony history. I don't see anything used to habitualize him on this warrant. He indicates that he does receive government assistance as a sole means of income. I know that he can't post a bond. There are definitely, I think, going to be some competency issues moving forward with regard to criminal responsibility. I do think that eventually, an evaluation should take place for Mr. Ashby, but given the absence of any sort of violent felony history, I do acknowledge the DV conviction, but in the absence of violent felony history, I don't have a police report here. I know what the charge is, but I would still ask the court to consider releasing Mr. Ashby on a personal bond so he doesn't have to go to jail, or at the minimum, tethering him to the Christian Guidance Center. That way he would have somewhere to be that's not the Wayne County Jail, Your Honor, if the court's not inclined to just release him.
Talk to your client right now because he wants to say something.
So, Mr. Ashby, everything we're saying here is recorded and it could always be used against you. It's always our recommendation for you not to say anything, but you do have the right to make any statement you'd like. We just would caution you against it, okay?
Hold on for a moment. It's an emergency?
I guess.
What you can do now, that's fine. Okay.
Can't do it.
No, just turn it on at 2:00, please.
I would like to file.
Folks, I apologize. All right, Mr. Ashby. Okay, you heard what your attorney said, not to say anything. Is that correct? Okay. You understood the court dates and the bond conditions. Is that correct?
Can I get the court date allowed me what's going on here? The 19th.
December 9th. Hey, December 9th and December 16th. Okay. Now, this is what's concerning to the court is that Mr. Ashby, okay, is once he is released outside of the Taylor Police Department, he is accused of committing another offense. And this offense is carjacking, which under court rule 6.106, he can be remanded, no bond.
I I would like to file for a motion to.
Do not say anything, Mr. Ashby. Okay. Well, the court is not going to do, because the court does believe that there is enough for, under the carjacking, to be a remand. This court is going to do a monetary bond. And with that monetary bond, he's going to have a GPS tether, house arrest.
I don't see how this guy gets bond at all. I mean, he's with the carjacking and his behavior. It doesn't really matter. She gives him a high bond, and there's no way he's going to make it. So it's effectively the same thing. But literally, I just don't know why this is just isn't a no bond situation. They let him out of jail, and he carjacks on the outside immediately, and he was picked up for having body armor on and a knife. This guy is a danger to society. Like I said, it doesn't matter. She puts a bond on him. There's no way he'll make.
And he's going to have a bond of $100,000 cash surety. Mr. Ashby, $100,000 cash surety, okay? Whoever your attorney is can approach the judge in Taylor Court about changing your bond amount and your bond conditions. Do you understand that? And it can be done before your court date. Do you understand that also? Okay. Councilman Murad, anything else?
Judge, can we refer him, can we put in the Register of Actions a competency referral?
No, we can't do this.
Not at the
That has
arraignment
to be at the
stage?
exam. At the not at the arraignment stage, but the exam stage.
I haven't
or
seen it. I
proper
just thought I'd
proceeding
ask.
stage. No
Okay.
problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
That concludes Mr. Ashby's arraignment. Let's do,
Well, there you have it. Those are just a couple of fun clips. I've been getting run around by flamingos. I mean, it's nonstop over here. I was horseback riding through a rainforest today. Oh yeah, because Daddy, I want to ride horses. So there I am in a rainforest, and you know what happens in a rainforest? It rains like torrential rain. It was awesome, honestly. They also, for whatever reason, there are all these like sweet horses. It's like a tour, right? There are all these sweet horses, and they find me the naughtiest horse in the group by a wide margin. I mean, this thing wants to run. It wants to go off the path. It's eating stuff. We got along great. We really did. But it like had 10 times the energy of any other horse. He was sassy as hell. So I'm dripping wet on a sassy horse. And I got to be honest with you, it was a lot of fun. It really was. But that's what I scripted together. Thank you, both Brecken and Andrea, for hooking me up, though, because I haven't had time to look for clips. And those were winners. Those were winners, and they were winners from Thanksgiving, for crying out loud. That's impressive. I'll find some more. I'll get it together. Thanks for coming out. I'll see y'all soon.